Confined spaces are areas with limited entry and exit points, poor ventilation or restricted movement like tanks, silos, pipes or storage bins. These spaces pose unique hazards due to the environment, limited accessibility, and potential for rapid environmental changes. So understanding the core concepts of confined space hazards and safety precautions is essential. Here are the most critical elements which provide the 20% that can help you grasp the majority of safety practices in confined spaces. Oxygen deficiency or enrichment. Oxygen levels that are too low or too high are dangerous. Normal air contains about 20.9% oxygen. Below 19.5% can lead to unconsciousness or death, while levels above 23.5% increase fire and explosion risks. Toxic atmospheres. Hazardous gases, vapors or dust like carbon monoxide or hydrogen sulfide can build up, creating toxic atmospheres. Some gases are odorless and not detectable without proper monitoring. Flammable or explosive atmospheres. Flammable gases or dust can ignite or explode in confined spaces. Even small ignition sources such as static electricity or a spark can set off an explosion. Engulfment and physical hazards. Workers risk being trapped, crushed, or asphyxiated by unstable material like sand or grain. Mechanical hazards like moving parts or sharp edges, and the risk of entrapment are also common in these spaces. Atmospheric testing. Before entry, use calibrated instruments to test for oxygen levels, flammable gases, and toxic contaminants. Continue to monitor the atmosphere while workers are inside. Ventilation. Properly ventilate the space to reduce or eliminate hazardous gases and maintain safe oxygen levels. Ventilation systems should be tested and monitored to confirm they're effective. Permit system. Confined space entry should be regulated with a permit system that documents hazards, outlines procedures, and ensures trained personnel are responsible. The permit is a checklist confirming the space is safe for entry. Personal protective equipment or PPE. Select appropriate PPE based on identified hazards. This may include respirators, gloves, protective clothing, and fall protection equipment. Emergency planning and rescue procedures. Have a clear, documented rescue plan that includes trained responders and specialized equipment like harnesses and tripods. All personnel should know the plan and have practiced it. Entrant, the person entering the confined space. They should know the hazards, follow safety procedures, and be aware of their surroundings. Attendant, a person stationed outside the confined space, responsible for monitoring conditions, communicating with the entrant, and initiating emergency response if necessary. Entry supervisor, responsible for authorizing entry, confirming safety measures are in place, and ensuring the space is safe to enter. Isolation and lockout tagout, often called LOTO. Isolate any hazardous energy, whether it's mechanical, electrical, or hydraulic, by locking out the equipment. This prevents accidental startup of machinery or release of stored energy. Continuous monitoring and communication. Maintain visual or radio contact with the entrant to monitor their safety. Continuous monitoring of the environment can prevent delayed reactions to changing conditions. Training and competency. All personnel involved should be trained on confined space entry hazards, equipment usage, and emergency response. Ignoring permit requirements. Skipping the permit process increases risks since hazards may go unidentified. Failing to test or ventilate. Entry without atmospheric testing or ventilation exposes workers to unknown hazards. Untrained rescue attempts. Unauthorized or untrained people attempting a rescue can lead to multiple fatalities. Always involve trained personnel. In summary, confined space safety revolves around understanding atmospheric hazards, establishing a comprehensive permit system, ensuring thorough training and communication, and developing robust emergency procedures. This knowledge forms the foundation for safely handling confined spaces. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss any future content. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.